What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the debut studio album from Monaleo entitled Where the Flowers Don't Die. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know who Monaleo was until I came across this album, and I'm not exactly sure how I came across this album, like how it showed up on my radar, but I'm glad that it did. Um, this is a 11 track album spanning 28 minutes, and just for a little backstory, I didn't know who Monaleo was, but I did, man, I didn't know where she was from either. But I'm not even gonna get into that because once I'm into the review, it will come out itself. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's see. So the first track. Oh, this album is supported by two singles. One, Beating Down Your Block, and the other is Ridge My Baby. And I'll be talking about every track in this review. Now let's see. Um, also, actually, no, never mind. The first track, Sober Mind. This is the intro track, of course, and it is littered with game. And while it's not exactly the tone setting track for the album, the tone and the theme of this song is one that's more on the therapeutic side, and that does return that therapeutic vibe. It does return later in the album. Oh, what I was gonna say was that I'm literally reading this review. I wrote it first on a website, and now I'm reading it. It's not even approved yet. It's still pending, but I can still at least read it and get the video format out there. So let's see. The next track, the single, "Beating Down Your Block." This is where you this is where you find the album's tone setter for the most part. And my seasoned ear, like my trail season ear, heard the beginning of this track, and I was like, yo, this is Houston. This is that fucking Houston right here. And shout out to Monaleo for holding her city down with this because this is where Houston's where she's from. Specifically one part, but we'll get into that. And this is just that bad bitch shit, really. Like it exists to knock pictures off the wall, like Youngster and DJ Screw and the rest of the screwed up clique said. Rest in peace, Screw, and the fallen members of the SUC. The next track. And sorry if I sound a little tired. I literally woke up like not even 15 minutes ago. And the next track, Ass Kicking. This is where the tone continues. It's a continuation of that sound and that harder hitting vibe. Here, Monaleo talks about how she was taking names before her name blew up, and she's taking them now. And she touches on how back then they didn't want her, so she had to blow up. She had to come up for that to happen, for them to want her. And that's reminiscent of a more modern, but could be considered old school now, Houstonian Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot as all on me. Now, the next track, Return of the P. This song is about her once feeling down, but bouncing back and being glad that she got played by this dude because that hurt gave her a drive and it made her grow up more. And then there's a beat transition towards the end that lasts for the last 50 seconds of the track, and it just completely goes. I mean, this shit, that's it, it goes. Now, the next track is where Flo Milli is enlisted as the only feature on the album. This track is called Goddess. And ladies, this track is for y'all. I mean, this whole album is for y'all, really, but this song specifically or especially is for y'all. And the theme is simple. God can't be a man because it's women that make the world go round. No argument. Now, the next track that is very cohesively followed up that by, well, not another one, but this next track is very cohesively let me restart. This track, Goddess, is cohesively followed up by another track that is especially for the ladies, titled Misunderstood, MISS, Understood. Here we return to that self-reflective, introspective tip. This is for that love out there who is growing older, colder, and how she needs warming up with a hug or just to be held. Doesn't necessarily have to come from a dude, of course. And on the other side of that, on the other side of that is that she's becoming wiser, brighter, she's expanding her horizons, and she's still fighting. Fuck with it. I mean, I fuck with every track on this album. The next track, Savage or Sauvage Interlude. This is the warm up before the Cologne song. It's so catchy that I could just say that all day. Like it's in my head all day. Like, what kind of cologne are you wearing? And yes, the next track is literally titled Cologne Song. The, the cologne smells so good that Monaleo said, I have to write a song about this shit. So shout out to that cologne for this song and the interlude that preceded it. The next track, Wig Splitter. I was wondering where the baby was here because when this got to playing, I was like, this is who and what he was talking about on that track, Ghetto Girls. Like, he was made to be featured, like, featured on this track. And I fuck with it. I'm a thug ass gangster bitch, and this shit just hits. Like, there are complete bangers on this shit, whether it's for the whip or for the club or for both. Like, this shit hits. Now, the next track, the second single. She is holding it down, Monaleo. She is holding it down for the H, but specifically Missouri City, and Ridgemont on Ridgemont, baby. Shout out to Ridgemont. That's where my boy Zero, one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time, comes from. But yeah, she relays what she grew up around and gets vulnerable, but not really because she's not ashamed of what and where she came from. Matter of fact, she acknowledges that it made her and made her get out of it. And the last track, the final track, Cosmic Love. It honestly felt like a funeral, and that's fitting given that Monaleo said that she'd rather go to space with no spacesuit instead of not face her love again, not get to see him again. And I really mean that. This sounds more like a song that you would play at the funeral, and the way she's belting, like you can hear the pain, like of loss. It's not death, or metaphorically, you could say it's the death of this particular love. Not that they died, but the love itself died. And it's like, man. And that's really pretty much it. Like I said, 11 tracks, 28 minutes, and a real easy album to review. One, because I had the review written down on the format. And instead of having it written down on notes or on my notepad on the laptop, I have it literally on a site to read it off of. So it made it easy. But this album is so enjoyable that it's easy as well to review. And it's easy to just keep listening to and listening to and listening to. That's pretty much it, y'all. Definitely check this album out if you haven't. I definitely recommend it. If you have heard this album, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, um, and what you think about my review on it. If you like the review, be sure to hit the like button, share the review, subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the content that you see. Check the description because all useful links as far as how to connect with me a little bit further down there. And that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.